just about ready for football here at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback. Plays college ball at Virginia Tech. It's Tyrod Taylor.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level. And he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hall. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So his offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
To the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when I had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
That last run got 4, so here comes 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Goes brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Another run here with Hall. And a pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have the Jets 1st down as they are able to keep this drive moving.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
It's 1st down, and it's Paul. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. Ooh. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Now, faking the give. That is caught aside by Taylor. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play.
That's a gain of 3.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? The motion man here is Mitchell. The RPO, that one is complete. He's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
He's going to have the Jets 1st down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it keeps the drive going.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground in these gotta-have-it moments, and they come through.
And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that 1st quarter of play. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it second down and 11. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Here's Taylor. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Dax Hill, the former first-round pick, up from the secondary to record the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Charlie Jones now to return. Now an opening as the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 to score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Our carry here for Brown. And he'll get past the markers. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Quincy Williams in there for the stop.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Burrow. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Burrow to throw for it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th. And wind up turning it over on down. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. On on play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready.
He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bengals have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. To throw is Taylor. That one taken in by Mitchell. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So it's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
The motion man here is Mitchell. They will run it over center with Hall. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Now, Taylor. Now he takes, and he's in. Tyrod Taylor. Touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets are out to a 10-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. Now Brown. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Will McDonald, third tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And He's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Try him again. Another one to Higgins. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
48-yard line.
Here's Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
On first down, Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Burrow. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow now. This one caught by Chase.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now, Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he will score! Team Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 10-7. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll be second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Throwing, Taylor. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out to Brown. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosibov. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Here's Brown. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll step up and run this. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
19 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Here's a run. A short kick down to the 7.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. Burrow to throw. He'll step up and run, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up third and goal.
Throwing here on third and goal. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are on top. It's 14-10.
Jets 10.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Penei Wanwu now to return. There is a marker down. He is past the 25-yard line. But let's see what the flag is about. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
He'll run. This is Hall. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He gets this complete to Mitchell. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 21-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Taylor looking to throw. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Jones now on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The first down throw for Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter gets underway, and it's a run by Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one, a gain of 18.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
17 yards on that connection. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just hand off right.
It is brought in the end zone. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, that's the way to handle it. extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13.
Jets 13.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique to put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw is Taylor. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Taylor in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. We forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Open man. Downfield, Chase has it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punt. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. He'll get this out to the 25-yard line, but a penalty marker may bring it back a bit. The motion man here is Mitchell. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. On the option, here's Hall. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
He's got his man complete to Wilson. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Taylor. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. And the Jets have a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown?
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now, Taylor. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing now on third and long. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Covering outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick six for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are going to extend their lead.
It's the score. Bengals 35, Jets 13.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
inches. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That is Trey Hendrickson. Gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. And a nice return here as well. Takes it up to the 45-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Contact up front as they get one of the defenders to jump. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run here with Brown. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down, they need 3. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.